And we return with the story of Diego Ortiz. This section is his first game for Argentina. And you know how teams, they arrive to the stadium in a nice little suit. Well, Diego Ortiz, he currently doesn't own a navy suit to match the blue of Argentina. He's only got a black one. So he goes out to the local suit store. Argentina have already supplied him with the suit. He's just got to go pick it up and pick up a nice navy tie. And you got to say, he looks dapper. He's looking brilliant. And he's definitely ready to take on Cameroon, which will be his debut game for his national team. And Messi has not been selected for these friendlies. Maybe it's a risk of not wanting to injure him for the Copa America. Maybe he's already injured. I don't know. But unfortunately, Ortiz will not get to play with his idol Messi. He'll have to wait for that. But it is his first game for the national team. It's the dream of any young boy who loves football. 22 minutes into the game though, Diego Ortiz is going to get his first touch, but he's going to be instantly closed down by the Cameroonian defenders. And they're no joke. They've got Matip, Onana, two really good top quality players, a Champions League winner and a Champions League semi-finalist. So they've got a great defence, and their attack's not too bad either with Abubakar. They've also got a lot of pace. They've got a lot of pace basically. And with an ageing Argentina defence, it's not going to be the best. 33 minutes in there, you can see Abubakar just strikes it past. Pace and strength is what Abubakar has. And he just showed it off there with a brilliant goal. Ortiz there, he's a bit nervous, you know. He gave away the ball there. He's not having the best of games so far, but 40 minutes in, he plays his teammate down the wing. Eventually he'll receive the ball back in the middle, but unfortunately Onana can get to it first, and he keeps the scores at 1-0. 50 minutes into the game though, we're into the second half. Ortiz receives the ball, plays it centrally to Correa. It's then played back to Correa, who eventually plays it through to Ortiz, and he strikes it on his right foot, his stronger foot, and he makes it 1-1. His first goal for his national team. Diego Ortiz has done it. And he's celebrating, maybe not with Argentina regulars. I saw Lo Celso in there. He's also a young up-and-comer. So he's got a lot of the youth players playing with him in this game. And they're playing quite well against an experienced and underrated Cameroon squad. An hour into the game, Rulli clicks it up to Correa. Heads it straight back to Cameroon, unfortunately. Nsame plays through Zambo Anguissa, the Fulham man. He's on the edge of the box, plays it back into Nsame, first time shot, and he makes it 2-1 to Cameroon. They instantly go back into the lead, and with 20 minutes left in the game, Bong is looking to get Cameroon forward here, but a lovely little tackle there, and he plays through Ortiz, tries to play it centrally to Correa, can't quite do so, so he wins the ball back himself, cuts past one, lays it across, first time back to Di Maria, and that is how the game's going to end. A 7.7 rating for Ortiz because he got the goal. And if you take a look at some of his teammates' ratings, 6.0 for Icardi, 6.2 for one of the Correas, 6.2 for Tagliafico, 5.8 for Gomez. So it's not the best. He had a good game. A 7.7 for your debut is not that bad. But whilst he was out with the national team, some vandals destroyed his car. Ortiz, you know he's not the richest. Well, he wasn't the richest. He's bought this car as kind of an investment for his career. And for some Boca Junior fan to come and ruin it because he scored the equalising goal late on in the game, it's just totally uncalled for. You can see here, smashing the car with a hammer, with a baseball bat, shattering all the windows, damaging the hood. And all whilst he was in South Africa with the national team. Unfortunately, he didn't get picked to play in this game, and it's another 2-1 loss. But to brighten the mood on the car being destroyed and the non-selection for the second game, he did win the Player of the Month for March. Ortiz has won 3 Player of the Month so far. It's brilliant to see. But he's still not going to get to see his car because he's got an away game with Defensor. He's gone straight from Argentina national team duty to an away game with River Plate. But 8 minutes into the game, the passing is really nice. Prato, he's going to lay it off to the cam. First time striking, a great save by the keeper to keep the scores level. can see how far back here Ortiz is, just trying to defend, do his part, but the defence looks like they will be doing well here as they get the ball out all the way upfield. Fernandez loses out on the header. It falls to the opposition's cam, first time to the striker, and that's a brilliant strike. There's no saving that. I cannot blame the keeper for not saving that because that is a wonder strike. And that's a 1 in 100 goal. You give him 100 more opportunities to do that. That is the only time he will be scoring that type of goal. 21 minutes in though, the ball's played across to the edge of the box. Ortiz is making his way around on the penalty area. Prato's gone out wide. Headed there, into the back of the net. Sorry, Quintero was out wide. And Prato's the one that has just gone and scored a nice little header to equalise the scorelines. And gets right back into this game. 4 minutes after that, Ortiz receives the ball. Plays it out wide to Quintero. First time back to Ortiz. Cuts inside. Going to shoot one across. Great save. Tried to shoot it at the near post there. Unfortunately, couldn't quite do so. And it was a really nice save. But River Plate are intercepted in the middle of the park. And they give the wheel away after intercepting it themselves. And just before half time, it looks as if there will be one more opportunity for the opposition. And if they make it 2-1, it's just going to be so poor. And they do. With 10 seconds left in the half, they make it 2-1. And we've got another uphill battle in the second half. Ortiz plays down the right back. He plays it right back to Ortiz. Stops. He's got 2 men in the middle to shoot from. Chooses De La Cruz. And the shot is blocked and easily saved by the keeper. This is just the defence. I've said it 100 times. The defence for River Plate is just not good enough for the quality of Ortiz in the strike. But Prato plays the ball to Ortiz. Shoots it at the near post. And he gets River Plate right back into the game. 2-2. He's got no worries right now. He doesn't know about the car. That won't stress him out. So he's just playing with freedom as it stands. But 91 minutes in, the chance to make the game 3-2. Ortiz calls for the ball at the near post. And he puts it just wide. You can see how close it is here on the replay. Look how close it is to going in. Unfortunately not. And the game ends 2-2. Ortiz with an 8.5 rating. He has gone up to the 80 rating. And he did get the vital goal that got him back into it. Unfortunately, he couldn't score the one that put them ahead. But, you know, he had another good chance going into the top corner. But the keeper saved it. But he has returned home. And he's coming back to his apartment. And at the corner of his eye, he sees his car is looking a bit different. And he goes over. He sees all the tyres are popped. The windows are smashed. The hood is dented. The boot is, well, it's opened and anything inside it has been stolen. And he's just not in the mood. Really, you know, another problem for him to worry about as we move in to the third game of the episode. Another home game. We've returned to the El Monumental against Talares. 9 minutes into the game, they strike the ball. It deflects right back to them. But a nice little header there, and it falls to Ortiz in his own half. Prato plays him through. He's got the pace over this defender though. He was struggling against Cameroon with having pace problems, but a lovely strike. And it is just wide of the post. 12 minutes in, he had the opportunity there to make it 1-0 to River Plate, and couldn't quite do so. But here, the defence opened like Moses opened the Red Sea. And they put it into the bottom corner. The keeper's not good enough. And River Plate go 1-0 down at home to a defensive shit show, really. They opened up and they allowed the run to be made. Here, Ortiz charging through. This defence don't allow the run to be made, and a brilliant tackle there keeps Ortiz from going into the box and potentially scoring. But just before half-time, one final highlight. Prato whips the ball across. Couldn't be found by a River Plate head. Then they try and find Ortiz. They can't quite do so. He takes a touch, touches it down, plays it across into the box to Prato. Laid it off, strikes it, and he mishit it. And it deflects off the keeper and goes out. Unfortunately, no corner was given. And 10 minutes into the second half, Ortiz whips one out wide. Really nice ball there. Played back to him. Laid off to the central midfielder. Out wide to the right back. A lot of space for Ortiz to charge into. And they just put a bit too much power on the ball. And Ortiz can't quite get to it. And it's still 1-0 to the opposition. Ortiz breaks through the middle. Prato decides not to pass to him. It's played out wide instead to the right back. Whipped across. Ortiz can't quite get to it. To the edge of the box. It's laid off. And bang! A lovely goal. A really, really nice goal there by Fernandez. Makes the scores 1-1. That's how the game's going to end. Ortiz had 2 shots, both of which were off target, and only 80% passing accuracy, which is way lower than he usually has. And we move into the 4th and final game of the episode against Godoy Cruz, and this was an even worse game. A 6.7 rating, a 0-0 draw, no chances created, no goals scored, and to take his mind off of it, Ortiz, he had a teammate, Fernandez. He was selling one of his old cars. He just recently got a pay rise at River Plate, and he decided to splash out on a new car. So he said Ortiz is having a problem with his car, so he's going to offer Ortiz the car he's looking to sell for a cut price. So Ortiz got a new car, a big upgrade on his old car, for a cut price deal. So thank you, Fernandez, for that. But Ortiz, you can see here, it's a brilliant car, a really nice car, red, the colour of River Plate, and he's just driving around the city, showing it off, and you know he should. That's going to be the end of the episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please like, subscribe, and peace.